So now we're going to talk about imperial units, something that all of you for living in the United States are very familiar with. We measure mass with pounds or with ounces, etc. However, that's not the way science works, and yet because we live in the real world, we may need sometimes to go back and forth between imperial units and metric units. Notice on this graph on the right that the conversion between yard and feet and inches, it's not as intuitive as the conversion between meters and centimeters and millimeters. There is not a unit of 10 between these two, and we're not going to ask you to memorize why. Actually, we're not going to ask you to memorize these numbers. It escapes me the reason why this is so complicated, and we're still using it, but this is the world where we live in. We're not going to change it. We just have to be able to move back and forth between imperial units and metric system units. That's a very important skill for you as citizens, so please pay attention to make sure that we can do that. Again, as we said, you don't have to memorize these, but if you're given these numbers, you're supposed to be able to convert imperial units regardless of what they are: length, volume, mass, you name it. Okay, this map may show you the different political reasons why different countries adopted at a different time the metric system. Notice that the United States, still here, it has not adapted, at least officially, in the society, the metric system. There's a reason why everything started in France with the French Revolution at the end of the 18th century. But science really uses the metric system, so we'll have to be able to go back and forth between the different units. Okay, so let's practice a little bit. It's more into converting, using factor conversions. So if you have 2.2 pounds, you have to be able to convert it into kilos, knowing that 1 pound is these many grams. Notice that I'm not giving you the kilos. So again, the given one is 2.2 pounds, and I don't know. Notice that LB comes from libra, which is the Latin root. But so again, it escapes me why we're using LB and not pounds. But anyhow, let's convert it into kilos. What we know, however, is that 1 pound is 453 grams. But we're not done yet. We need to convert grams into kilos. We know that 10 to the 3 grams is 1 kilo. So notice gram and gram go away, pound and pound go away. So we may need a calculator to do this. 453 divided by 10 to the 3. And that's kilos. Okay, hopefully that's not too complicated. Now, something a little bit more fun is to convert these units of density, one expressed in imperial unit, the other one expressed in metric system. So we have 2.4 pound per feet cube. So let's first take care of the units of mass, the pound into grams. So let's see. What is the conversion? Is that 1 pound is 453 grams. Now, feet and millimeters. Now, we don't know, actually, let's say in this case, we said you're not supposed to memorize, so let's say that you know that 1 meter is 3 feet, okay? So how can we convert that into cubic millimeters? Let's see. We're going to convert first the cubic feet into cubic meter. And we know that, so feet are at the bottom. I'm going to put it up here, and I want meter here. This is 3, this is 1, but it's cube, so I have to make it cube. Okay, and how to convert meters, which cubic meter, into millimeter cube. Okay, well, let me, if you don't not remember, know that 1 meter is 10 to the 3 millimeter, but I want it cube. Okay, hopefully you can follow all this with some practice. So 2.4, we're ready to put everything into a calculator. Notice that this 3 will go into here, so it's 9. Okay, but I'm gonna keep it for the sake of clarity, and divided by 1 over 10 to the 9. Okay, notice that pound and pound go away, cubic feet, and this cubic feet will go away, this cubic meter will go away with this cubic meter, so what I have is grams over cubic millimeter. Okay. Um, it just takes some practice, but I think the concept is clear. Okay. We'll leave it here now.